what is up, my tricksters? So today's video is episode 3 of my ongoing series of No X, No Problem, and today it's Fossil Dig. So, since it's Dinosaur Week, for those of you who are just tuning in, basically what I've done is I decided to give myself kind of a deck build challenge, if you will, and decided to see what the people who hate the dinosaur deck want to see get hit. And the vast majority of people actually only wanted limits. There were a few that were like, no, ban it, ban it. But most people, literally in my tally, my little, because that's how I did things. I just tallied, ban, limit, semi, whatever. Basically on most of the cards that people said, and most of them wanted limits. So they said limit, Fossil Dig. So we're going to play the dinosaur deck as if we only have one Fossil Dig available to us, and how are we going to play that? So that is basically the gist of this video, and then tomorrow we're actually going to go and do a crazy one, because the other half of this usually was I wanted to be realistic about it. Like, what would Konami hit, and how far would they be willing to go? And a limit is something I could see them doing if they were only going to hit one card. Like, oh, we're going to take that one card and take it to 1. So how does the dinosaur deck adapt? And then tomorrow, guys, we're going to showcase you a very crazy dinosaur deck with 0 Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. That's right. We're taking out the boss monster, and we're going to figure out how does the dinosaur deck play without its boss monster. So stay tuned for tomorrow, and that'll be the last episode this week for No X, No Problem, and then we'll be back to like my usual content. I just wanted to make this kind of like really fun dinosaur-centric week, so let's get into this and showcase you guys the deck in action with one Fossil Dig. And there you have it, guys. That was one Fossil Dig Dino deck. To be honest with you guys, I feel like this one was the closest to feeling like playing the real deal, like just pure regular Dinosaur, without any hindrance at all. Like, I saw Fossil Dig every now and then, or I got two cards that got to it, like, for example, Pot of Disparity. I know, budget players, believe you me, I know, you're all in the comments right now, we can't afford that card! I don't know why I made you guys Eugene, but the truth is, I get it. Hell, I can't afford that card. So, in the sideboard here, you've got several options of other cards that you can play. That, you know, like, for example, this deck didn't have Terraforming in it either, but you could play Terraforming. You could play Gold Sark for the Giant Rex. Upstart still makes you with your deck a 39 card deck and helps get to the cards that you want to get to. This one was just the most effective, and most of the time I only had to use one anyway. Oddly enough, I never really had to get rid of a lot of cards to make it work. And, you know, also with that potential, guess what? A lot of the scrap cards are going to be up for reprints within the next following year. So cards like Scrap Chimera and Scrap Yard could become budget cards because they could get reprinted. And Argosaur here is set to get reprinted potentially in the next Megaton. So that will hopefully bring the price of this card down to a reasonable level. So, you know, budget players, don't sweat it. All right, there are plenty of options. Also, who knows, maybe Pot of Extravagance will get another reprint, and finally we'll have copies of the card that aren't worth, you know, 20-30 bucks depending on where you're buying them. But yeah, this one was the most interesting. But there's, like I said, there's lots of cards in here. There's like 8 cards in here that you could replace 2 copies of Fossil Dig and just take these cards out completely. You can even count I've even seen some Dinosaur decks not even playing Foolish Burial, so you could easily take out you know, if you had to get rid of Fossil Dig, replace it with a Foolish Burial and send Misk and then start plays that way, or whatever, based on whatever you need to send based on whatever you draw. Fossil Dig is actually the weakest hit. To be honest, I feel like it's the weakest hit. It was the one that was the least noticeable out of the 3 so far. Now tomorrow we're actually going to be living up to the No X card in the title, because tomorrow's video we're going to have no Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. So this is going to be a very interesting. I'm also going to tell you what I think it would take to actually kill the Dinosaur deck. And the Dinosaur haters are not going to like it. I'm going to be honest with you. But we'll get to that tomorrow. So make sure you come back on Friday and be excited, because that's the final day of Dinosaur Week. So if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. I need all the subscribers I can get. So, you know, let's bump that number up, man. Help me out. If you enjoyed this video, leave me one of these. Let me know you liked it, and let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. And I'm Ben2000YGO. I'm your friendly neighborhood Yu-Gi-Oh superhero, and I'll see you tomorrow for the final episode of Dinosaur Week with No X, No Problem. See you tomorrow, guys.